Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be talking about what a dream offseason would look like for the Washington Commanders in the 2023 offseason. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content on the road to 11,000 subscribers. It takes 1 second. Just click that button. I'm sure someone who's watching is not subscribed. Also, hit that like button and the notification bell as well. So I do this video every offseason, and some of it, since it is a dream off season, there will be some things that might not be so realistic, but let's just go with this. So, first off, we'll get into offensive coordinator in a bit. First, let's just get Dan Snyder to sell the team. If that happens, and it looks like it's going to happen, that will be the best thing that's happened to this franchise since a long time, since he's been here. It's the best thing that would happen, that has happened during his time here, is him selling the team. And I think it's going to happen, but it's still not guaranteed. And until I see those words, I'm going to be a little bit concerned. So I really, really hope that he sells the team. And then after that, we can get into some guys that I would like. I know some people do not want Jeff Bezos at all, and I understand that. But you have to realize all these billionaires have some, issues with them. And Jeff Bezos is very, very, very rich and will be able to provide all the resources that the team, the coaches, the players, front office, everyone needs to succeed. He will be able to do that for sure, 100%. He also will be able to build a state-of-the-art stadium wherever he wants, probably in DC. And he definitely would be able to buy in DC. This post, or this report has kind of been refuted. Some have, agreed with it, some haven't, but I just wanted to put a graphic there. There have been some talks about Bezos buying the team. If he buys the team, I'll be happy, but if anyone but Dan Snyder is owning the team, that's good news for the Commanders, because Dan Snyder's just been absolutely awful the last 23 years, and I'm just very, very ready for that era to be over. I really am. So hopefully we can get that done in the next month or two, by middle March. I'll be happy if that happens, and we can move on to a new era and have one more year of Rivera and everyone. If they do well, then keep them. If not, whole new front office and whole new regime. So that's just something to consider there for sure. So that's that's one part of the dream off season: getting a new owner, getting rid of all those guys, and then, just really Dan Snyder and Tanya Snyder, and then getting someone like Jeff Bezos, and there's other candidates as well, but Jeff Bezos is my top guy. Then another one is getting the proper OC, and for me, that is Eric Bieniemy. And John Keim today, or on his podcast, either today or yesterday, said he thinks the OC will either be Pat Shermer or Eric Bieniemy. Not officially reporting, but that's just an educated guess he made. And if Eric Bieniemy happens, I'll be ecstatic. Pat Shermer is just an move. A lot of them are moves. Anthony Lynn would be okay. Thomas Brown would be good. Don't think it's going to be Thomas Brown, though. My guess is it's going to be Anthony Lynn, Pat Shermer, or Eric Bieniemy. That's my guess. And will I hate any of those three? No. But in the order of my preference there, it'll be Eric Bieniemy, then Anthony Lynn, then Pat Shermer. That's my order right there. Don't really love Pat Shermer. Anthony Lynn's okay. And then Eric Bieniemy would be a home run hire, and I think would really, really help elevate this offense, because we have a lot of the weapons. Still need to fix up the offensive line, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But we have the weapons at receiver and even running back. We just need to shore up the offensive line, see what we have in Sam Howell, and even fix that tight end position up a little bit. But Eric Bieniemy, I think, would be the best person for the job, even if it doesn't necessarily make too much sense in terms of the philosophy. Who knows if Rivera's run first 2-to-1 ratio? I don't think he really wants to do 2-to-1, but he's definitely over-exaggerating. The question is, how much was he over-exaggerating? So that's part two of it. Get the proper OC. And that's Pat Shermer, or not Pat Shermer, that's Eric Bieniemy for me, but some people have other ones. Let's see. Another one, shore up the offensive line. Ben Powers is another nice guard free agent that the Commanders could get. I think they need to get a free agent guard and then probably draft a tackle, whether it's first or second round, and you put him at left tackle, move Charles Leno over to right side. If he doesn't want to do that, you cut him and have Cosme at right tackle. That's what I would do. Maybe draft a center in the third or fourth round. I wouldn't mind that as well. We just need to shore up this line, and Leno could be part of it. Leno could not be part of it, just depending on what we do in the first round and if he's willing to slide over to that right side. That is my take. Offensive line needs to be rebuilt, and signing someone like Ben Powers, drafting a left tackle, and I think that would like someone like Paris Johnson or Broderick Jones would really, really help out this offensive line and really help out this offense and make the job easier for whoever the new offensive coordinator is. So that's part of it. Shore up that offensive line. We really can do it. We have the resources. We're going to have the cap space. So just go ahead and do it. So that is one part of it as well. I literally totally forgot about this, but Daron Payne, we have to try to extend him. I know some people don't. I mean, most people do, but some people don't want to. The man had 11.5 sacks for a reason. He's a great player, and yes, it was during a contract year. Even before then, was still a very good player. Just couldn't put the sacks together, and it's understandable. I mean, yeah, it was it's probably a combination of him being more motivated during contract year, but also like he developed properly. He had a new D-line coach that he responded to. Ryan Kerrigan was there as well, and he's super young. Like I think he's 25 now. So getting an extension done with him would be good for the Commanders. 11.5 sacks this past year. Yeah, it just makes really good sense makes a lot of sense to re-sign Daron Payne. And if you can't, then franchise tag him and at least have him around for this year, or franchise tag and trade him, get like a second and a third or something for him, get the assets that he is worth, or at least get something for him before he just leaves. So that would be my take on it for Daron Payne. Try to get something done with him. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be 20+ mil in my opinion, but I think he's worth it. And then you have two elite defensive tackles there right up the middle, and that would really be good for the Washington Commanders. So that's another part of the dream off season, getting back Daron Payne. And I just saw this news real quick. Scott Turner is set to join Josh McDaniels' staff with the Raiders with an elevated pass game role. I just saw that, so I just wanted to mention that real quick. We'll see what he does there, but he did just get a job. Another one, try to get an extension done with Cam Curl. I don't know about the numbers his dad was talking about, but 12, 13 mil a year, I'm fine to do that. He's a great player for this team, and we saw what the defense was with him versus what it was without him. I think you got to keep Cam Curl. He's a very, very good safety for us and a very, very, very valuable part to this defense. So keep him before maybe has a big year in terms of interceptions in a contract year, and the price goes up and the cap goes up, so it might be 15, 16 versus 12 to 13, and saving $2 to $3 million a year over a 4-year deal. Hey, that's $12 to $15 million. So you got to try to do that for sure. So that is another part of it, and then another part is maybe add a lockdown corner. I like Benjamin St-Juste, but I don't know. I mean, is he that guy? He might be, but he's got to stay healthy. But I think Oregon cornerback Christian Gonzalez would be a beast. You see some of his stats, coverage grade, who cares about that? But 4 interceptions, 6 PBUs, and 74.7 pass rating allowed. Very good cornerback for the Oregon Ducks. He has good length, athleticism, instincts, everything you want in a cornerback. He's my cornerback 1, and for me, it's between cornerback and tackle at 16. Whatever happens there, take one of those two players or one of those two positions, and then after that, it really dictates what you're going to do in the second, third, and fourth round. But I think you need to add another corner. If you don't get one in the first round, then maybe in the second or third, you need to just get like a guy. At the very least, if you don't get a shutdown corner, you need to add someone that can be a borderline starter, so that if someone gets hurt, you have a guy that can step in and play well. And Danny Johnson's solid, but you need another guy as well. So that's kind of my take on things right there. I'm trying to see what else. So we'll go over everything again. OC, Eric Bieniemy, Dan Snyder gone, and Jeff Bezos in. Signing Ben Powers, a guard like that. Maybe you could, there's Bradley Bozeman. Some people even want Orlando Brown. I think that's a little bit too expensive, but maybe some people want that. But that's just in general. And then Paris Johnson or Broderick Jones at tackle, or Peter Skornowski or whatever his name is. That's another thing. Shore up the offensive line. Then try to potentially get a shutdown corner. Re-sign Deron Payne. Re-sign Cameron Cole. Maybe even bring back Cole Holcomb if you want for relatively cheap. So that is my dream offseason for the Washington Commanders. Let me know down below in the comments, what is your dream offseason for the Washington Commanders? Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and peace.